Let's talk more on some of these dealings so that we can have a firm understanding of what exactly this is about. You have been speaking and you say your organization, the BDCs, are not deposit-taking organizations, and you operate a cash and carry on a cash and carry basis, that you also pay the CBN for dollars 2 days in advance. Tell us how this whole operation has been going on before this directive from the CBN.
You see, the operation of the BDC change is very simple. Every Monday we fund our account with our Naira through the money deposit banks. In fact, some banks, they even ask us to deposit on Friday. So you deposit your Naira equivalent on Monday, the banks will debit your account, they will send it to the CBN, and the CBN will come out on Wednesdays. That are the market days for BDC change. So they will now come and give you the amount that is due to the BDC change. These are some of the models that is being used in the relationship between the BDCs and the Central Bank of Nigeria.
How has the BDC been able to, have some sort of differential when it comes to the dollar rate against the Naira? Even before now, it would seem as if you get it on a different rate in the banks, and now you get it at a different rate within the BDC, which some have tried to call the black market. But if you look at what is happening and what the director has just said, he thinks that the BDC operators are holding the nation to ransom based on the directive from the CBN.
I think that is disheartening and saddening for a regulator that created a subsector and come to the media to be discrediting that sector. Because I don't think the Bank of England will come out to say that travelers have committed infractions, and the only thing they can do is to sanction them, penalize them. Because to me, the dent is not only on the BDC change, it's the dent of the entire image of Nigeria. All over the world, you have BDC change. Our concern, we are not forcing CBN to say that they must continue to sell their window to the BDCs. You shut up a window, you shut up a system. What we are asking, these autonomous sources that you have said in this speech, describe them, bring clarification. There are many sources of autonomous. We have the sources of, from the banks. Even at the banks, there are times banks who are selling dollars to be really changed. They committed a lot of infractions. That's why even the CBN is not even willing to allow banks to be selling dollars to. They charge arbitrages between the official rate and the rate they give to the BDCs. There are that infractions committed by the banks. We are now talking of also the activities of the black market. If you walk into my office now, I say I'm buying dollar at 197, 198. In fact, before you even come to my office, you will go and find out from the street hawkers on the street how much is his rate. Maybe he told you it's 297. When you come, I said I'm buying 195. Will you sell it to me? Will you sell it to me? These are challenges that the BDC change are facing. We are not having the same peculiarities with other countries. Our peculiarities are different. So no any BDC change is willing to frustrate the country, to hold the country at ransom. This is grievous. And I think, like I wanted to say before, I was happy to see on your screen the blame on the depreciation of the Naira has been shifted from the activities of the BDC change to importation, because Nigeria is 95% dependent country from the policy of other countries like the US, increasing their interest rate and what have you. But if we continue to blame a local content, comparing our own system with, say, travelers, even in Nigeria, travelers committed infractions.
So how can this?
Who is Travelers? Travelers is the company that imports the whole
Alhaji Aminu Gwadabe, how can we resolve this whole issue now? If being
dollar use in Nigeria now.
No, how can this be resolved? The buck passing and every other thing aside, how can we come to a resolution on this matter between the CBN and the BDC operators?
What we demand is collaboration. And, you know, capacity building. Collaboration is very important because it's like you are a principal of a school and children committed offenses, you cannot shut down that school. It shows that there are problems. So we demand for collaboration. We demand for even review of some of the CBN policies. And we demand for explanation, modalities of these autonomous sources. The banks, often now we call them that the CBN say we should source our funds from the autonomous sources. They say they don't have. They say they don't receive directive. The oil company, the intricacies of oil company transaction, most of the jurisdictions don't even have the capacity to do it. So the exporters are not allowed to sell to the Bureau de Change. They can only sell to banks or to the CBN. So these are the sources you say we should go for. For first and foremost, we need a clear view. 2, review of some of these policies. Even for instance, look at one of the policies that said we should demand for BVN, bank verification number. It's like in America now, you enter a Bureau de Change and the BDC is asking you your security number. Before the introduction of BVN, the gap between the official and parallel rate is not as high as what we have now. So these are some of the things that we want the CBN to look into, and also to please stop criminalization of the subsector. This is a sector that contributed a lot. 3,000 BDC with 35 million, we are talking about 105 billion deposited by the central bank. We have contributed, we have generated over 35,000 generation of employment. We have also played a role of convergence of rate. From 2006, when the CBN opened the window, to late last year, the rate were not too wide like this. This is because of the role of the Bureau de Change operators in the country. So please, these are some of the roles we play in the system. We should not be discredited. We should not be discarded. There is nowhere in the world where you don't have Bureau de Change. Go to Houston, go to Dubai, go to Joburg, go to Ghana. You, like the director have stated, there are Bureau de Change all over the world. Build our scope. By the time you ask us to pay 35 million naira, you promise to make us an agent of Western Union. You even promised to give BC $1 million per week as an asset. There was a time in this country, the civilians were giving $1 million per week. So we appreciate the problem. And we appreciate the challenges the CBN is facing.
Alhaji Aminu Gwadabe, we have to go now, but before that, I would like to have your reaction on some comments, which I'm quite sure you must have heard. Is there a mafia clique in Bureau de Change? Is it only akin to people from a section of the country?
Honestly, that perspective or opinion has drastically reduced. What I can say, yes, is a business that some of the section of the country pioneered the business, which is the Northerners. But I can assure you, from my record, there are a lot of all Nigerians, irrespective of tribe, that are owners of Bureau de Change.
Alhaji Aminu Gwadabe, Acting President, Bureau de Change Operators in Nigeria. Many thanks for speaking with us on this matter.